What is going on, you guys? I know you guys haven't seen my face in a while, but I'm back to talk about the Colts. The Colts, we need some wide receiver help. Now, all we got is Alec Pierce, who we drafted in the second round, Michael Pittman Jr., Ashton Doolin, and Paris Campbell, who has been nothing but injury prone since we drafted him. He can't seem to stay on the field. When he does stay on the field, he isn't very productive. So those are our four main receivers on the roster right now. We got some guys that's trying to battle and make a roster spot, possibly be on the practice squad for the season. Guys that's battling and trying to get a job in camp and in preseason. But those are the four main guys that we have. We had Ashton Doolin last year, and we had Michael Pittman Jr. last year. We also signed Kiki Kuti, former Houston Texan. He was on another team as well. I believe I can't remember the other team, but he's a veteran. But he also hasn't been very productive, and he's just not that very good. He's just not. I think Matt Ryan needs some more weapons. Now look, you see what the title says. Should the Colts go after Odell Beckham? Should we go after Will Fuller? Or should we bring back an old friend, T.Y. Hilton? Now, T.Y. Hilton, I would love to get that guy back. We should make that happen, regardless if we signed another wide receiver or not. I think T.Y. Hilton should be on the roster. I absolutely do. He's been with the Colts his entire career from 2012 to last year. He only needs 309 receiving yards. Now, I know T.Y. Hilton, he's been banged up as well. So is Will Fuller. I'm going to talk about him in a second. T.Y. Hilton, he's been banged up as well going in his career lately. And it's unfortunate because when he's been healthy, he's a beast. He's a Houston Texan killer. He kills the Houston Texans every time he plays against them, majority of the time. But when the guy is healthy, he's very productive. Even last year, in some games when he wasn't, at his best, he made some plays here and there. But I think we should do him justice. I think we should bring him back. 309 yards away from 10,000 career receiving yards. That's a big deal. There's not a lot of wide receivers in this league that can get to that mark. And he is only 309 yards receiving away from 10,000 yards. He has 53 touchdowns. He has 54 total if you count the kickoff return touchdown that he has in his career. He's had a hell of a career. For some guy that wasn't even a first or second round draft pick, or even third round. We got T.Y. Hilton later in the rounds in 2012, and we turned him into a gem. He's had a very, very good, solid career despite his injuries. It could have been better, but it is what it is. He's a four-time Pro Bowler. He led the league in receiving yards in 2016. He's accomplished some things in this National Football League that a lot of wide receivers haven't. So I would love to have T.Y. Hilton back. Now, Will Fuller. He did get suspended last year for the PED use, and he's been banged up as well. Wherever team he's on, he's been injury prone and he's been banged up. He can't seem to stay on the field. But when he is on the field, Will Fuller is productive. I've seen this man play. He is very productive. He was productive with Houston when he was on the field. He was productive with the other teams that he was with when he was on the field. Will Fuller, I think, I wouldn't mind taking a chance on him. Why not? It will only be a one-year contract. We won't give him that much money. It'll be a one-year deal. I wouldn't mind it. I say we go out there and give him a shot if we can't get our old friend T.Y. Hilton back. But the big name, the guy that just came off helping the Rams win the Super Bowl despite tearing his ACL, one of the best wide receivers in the league when healthy. Odell Beckham is a top 15 wide receiver in the league when healthy. When healthy. And the things that he's done in this league has been remarkable. He's done some amazing things. All right. Odell Beckham Jr., he's coming off that torn ACL. I don't know when he will be back, but he could potentially be back for a playoff run. He could be potentially back for a playoff run late in the year. Maybe I don't know what his timeline is, but if he takes the recovery process the way he should and get healthy and really rehab that knee, maybe the end of the year, November, December, possibly January, take all the time he needs and get ready for a playoff push. Teams will be calling Odell Beckham. Once he announces that he's healthy, that he's ready to go, that the doctors have cleared him, teams are going to be lining up calling him. Because throughout the season, injuries happen. Teams lose their best wide receiver sometimes. And sometimes they be ass out. They don't have nobody to replace that guy with. So Odell Beckham is going to be getting called, whether it's right now, before the season, or during the season. Because like I said, teams potentially could lose their receivers during the season due to injuries or suspension. So Odell Beckham, stay by your phone, rehab up, get healthy. You will be getting called, whether it's to my Colts or whether it's to somebody else. Jeff, I'm not capping. Odell Beckham Jr., he's done a lot of things in this league. Now look, he ain't no MVP or nothing like that. He's a Pro Bowler. I believe he's led the league in yards before. Odell Beckham Jr. is a beast when healthy. Let's not get it twisted. Before the injuries happened, when he was with the New York Giants, he was a monster. Don't get it twisted, Jeff. When he was with Cleveland, he had some bright spots, but things didn't work out too well in Cleveland. We've seen how that happened. It's funny how when he left Cleveland, he got to the Rams, and automatically he was balling. They put him in the offense that quick, and he learned the offense, and he was making plays. He was getting touchdown after touchdown after touchdown. He helped them win that Super Bowl against the Bengals. He was huge in that Super Bowl. Had he not tore his ACL, that would not have been Cooper Kupp getting MVP. That would have not been Cooper Kupp getting that MVP. It would have been Odell Beckham Jr. Odell would have got that MVP. But with that being said, the Colts need to get Matt Ryan some more weapons. And I think Odell Beckham, give him a shot. Will Fuller, T.Y. Hilton, old friend, who knows the system, who's been here his whole career. We need to call one of these guys. We need to call one of these guys and bring them in. Because I'm just not too sure about the receiving core that we have. Michael Pittman Jr., I'm not worried about him. But Alec Pierce, he's a rookie. He's a rookie. We did draft him high in the second round, but he's a rookie. Ashton Doolin. I mean, come on. Let's be real, bro. Ashton Doolin wouldn't even make majority of the NFL rosters. And then you got Paris Campbell, who's always in and out of the lineup, who's never healthy. We drafted Paris Campbell in the first round years ago, and he hasn't lived up to the hype. Paris Campbell is a bust. He's a bust. He's what you would call a bust. He has not panned out at all, just like N'Keal Harry with the Patriots. And I heard he's been struggling with the Chicago Bears in training camp. Well, not struggling. I heard he's hurt. So things not going well with him in Chicago either. So I don't know what the Colts are going to do. I don't know if this is going to be the receiving core that we come into the season with. But I watched that Buffalo Bills game last Saturday, our first preseason game. And I know it's just the first game. But our wide receivers couldn't get really no separation. We couldn't get really no separation against that Buffalo Bills team. And their starters weren't even out there. That was against third and fourth string players. Like, come on, man. Come on, bruh. I think Matt Ryan needs some more help. So I am expecting us to go out there and sign somebody, whether it's right now or during the season. We might go into the season with this receiving core. I don't know. But I think we do need to call up Odell for later on in the season. Go call up Will Fuller. Go call up T.Y. Hilton, who knows the system. I don't know what we're going to do, but I'm confident in this team. I'm confident in Matt Ryan. I'm confident in his defense. I'm very confident in our offensive line to stay healthy and protect from Matt Ryan. Open up those holes so Jonathan Taylor, Hines, and Phillip Lindsay can make plays in the run game and in the passing game. I mean, in the receiving game. I'm excited to see what this Colts team do. This team has a lot of potential if we stay healthy. The guy that we signed, Stephon Gilmore, former Defensive Player of the Year with the Patriots, he has been outstanding in camp. Heard nothing but great things. I'm so glad that we got Stephon Gilmore. It's nice to have somebody like that on your defense to help you in the secondary defending some of these top receivers in the league. I think he still got it. He just got to stay healthy. He's going to be great for us. I'm excited to see what we do. Cannot wait for the season to start. I don't know when we play this week. I got to check to see who we play, but I will be watching that game. And I might come back up here to break down that game and see how the guys looked. Because like I said, some of our wide receivers against that Buffalo Bills game couldn't get no separation against those defenders. And it did not look good. All right? We forced 4 turnovers, I believe, total in that game. And we could have had more points than we should have. All right? A lot of those turnovers that we forced, we didn't turn those into touchdowns. We didn't really turn those turnovers into points at all. So we got to clean those things up. It's only the first game. I'm not worried. But as far as the receiving core, I think we do need to go out there and sign somebody. Let's see what Chris Ballard and the team does. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. I'm glad to be back. Football is back. Wish you guys the best of luck in your fantasy teams and your teams. Good luck. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Turn those post notifications on so you don't miss another video. And I will see you guys next time. Peace out. Go Colts. Let's have a great season.